And this game is the laggiest game I have ever seen on the Nintendo. And if you're ever wondering, like, why do I do what I do in this run, the answer is because of lag. That is always the answer.
And by the way, the next game is Contra, so if you want shirtless % or low %, you better donate now. What? Can we get a current total on those, by the way?
Sure. Give me 1 second.
If I'm ready, if you guys are.
Ready?
Yep. Yeah.
Go for it?
Go for it.
All right. So we were going to play as Beans, and that is still the plan. All right, so
Go.
hitboxes are a little buggy in this game. All right, so it's actually faster to turn around and kill that guy. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to run into a forklift. So when you're invincible in this game, the screen doesn't scroll forward. And so I'm going to use that to my advantage to get to the edge of the screen. And by getting to the edge of the screen, I can kill enemies as soon as they appear. And that will make the game lag less. So dying on purpose just to get to the front of the screen, that's really bad, is actually faster.
It also has another side effect that kind of like the screen, as things happen on the screen, it's almost like a pseudo global timer. By being ahead on the screen, you can advance over natural stage hazards.
This TV crops a little bit, so I'm getting used to it. There's supposed to be barrels here, but if you kill the top crate, the barrels don't spawn for some reason. All right, so I'm going to try to get this jump. Nope. All right, so I missed the jump, but it's okay, because what I'm going to do is jump again.
So how that works is, for whatever reason, the game, when you pause and then unpause while holding the jump button, it registers it as you're still on the ground, so it tells it, hey, you can jump again. So you can essentially do an infinite jump, and that will be used properly later on.
All right, so this game actually has weapons that you can equip. There's only one that really matters, and it's the flamethrower. You'll see how broken it is in a little bit.
It's always about flame.
It's always about the fire. So all of the bosses in this game can be manipulated into behaving consistently all the time. By standing close to that guy, he just like jumps away from you for some reason, even though he could just kill you. Cutscene.
Well, it seems like we have settled this matter. Where's that head honcho Fox was talking about? This text girls, it's the girls. Oh no! They're getting away by ship!
Burns, I'm warning you. If your boss's life is important, you better not leave.
Okay, so
Even the text has lag.
Exactly.
so I died like in a really stupid way at the first level with Bean, so I kind of got switched to Burns to safety. So what I did is I took a little bath, and then that got me to the edge of the screen, which means that you don't have to see or interact with most of the stuff that's in this level, which is good. It's kind of like, a stealth, like whatever that Ninja Gaiden game is. The one with stealth. Isn't there one like that? Anyway, so the idea is that if enemies knew I was here, they would come and try and get me, and that would lag the game, so we don't want that. Also, the hitboxes in this game are extremely well designed. So I'll give you a little demonstration here.
Because it's always about the fire.
Yeah, there's this boat that is extremely fast.
And blue. It's almost like you're on...
It's camo.
Yeah.
It's camo.
All right, let's see if I can get it.
Get it?
Ah, So some of the enemies in this game are extremely large for some reason. That's how you know they're harder to kill.
And pink.
Yeah, and so what I'm going to do right here, hopefully I get it right. There's a safe place to stand. Oh, damn, got it wrong. That's not good. I can't pause for some reason. Let's see if I get it. Ah. It's alright. More time with beans. I don't know why it's not letting me pause. Okay, so back to basics, back to the fundamentals. Alright, so really sorry about that. So there's a certain spot that you want to be in when you're playing, and the idea is that if you make it to this spot, you can manipulate the boss's AI so that he can't hurt you.
The problem with that spot, it's about 2 pixels big. Thanks to Mary here for finding it and making speedrunning this game just a little bit harder.
Yeah. So,
but it definitely saves time.
Yeah,
compared to the
it's
normal,
well worth it.
the other way to fight a boss.
The amount of time and research that's gone into a game like this is just purely astounding.
It's a testament to debauchery. That's what it is.
I love that floating head.
It's just so good. Also, these guys are really intelligent. All right. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like it's almost like he has his hurt box.
He's literally
then-
doing that.
Yeah.
He's like putting his gun way past you and
Man,
then shooting.
how
His
could you
hand doesn't
destroy
hurt you.
such a huge ship?
Also, I lost my
We
mic.
are keeping his family. If you want to help them, go to the Matty building.
I assume it's the head of intelligence, Fox's family, but I'm not entirely sure. Also, I feel like there's this common understanding of where stuff is among these people. The harbor, the old warehouse at the harbor, the Maddie building.
The Maddie building's clearly not built yet.
So I skipped most of this level. The reason why I did the pause trick is because this is how slow the elevators are. It's pretty bad. So this next part here, it's kind of a gimmick. So you shoot this, and it's supposed to propel you up to that part to the right. But we're going to go a little bit higher, thanks to the pause trick.
Wow.
I'm going to skip a few things. So
What Kay is doing right now is he is manipulating out 2 power-ups. That way he can get his fire.
So, like a scrub, I died and got a game over, so I had to recollect the flamethrower with iron. There's this bizarre cutscene here where you have to get to the side kind of fast, otherwise you'll get crushed here. Yeah. It's possible to go a little bit higher. It doesn't load this area until that little cutscene happens. I can't actually get it in real time, but there's a trick in the tool-assisted speedrun where you trick the game into clipping through ceilings. It's pretty fantastic. For this boss, I want to get a little bit close. The only dangerous part of this boss is that turret there. Those thrusters don't have a hitbox when they're thrusting.
Those missiles are also hitbox, or things you can destroy on this boss, which don't need to be destroyed to destroy the boss, though.
Also,
So the reason why he knew he was able to manipulate, or know how to manipulate the 2 power-ups there is because this game has gone through quite a few route changes. When we were semi-seriously attempting to speedrun this game, and then it became a serious project.
Come in, please. Come in. This is Blue Group. Come in. Come in. Oh, wait. Oh,
I'm the blue guy.
all right.
You survived. Congratulations. But remember, your destiny will be played out in this town. Ha ha ha. I know. Where you are. You'll have the same fate as the people who are sleeping in that building. I hope they don't mean the hotel. There's a lot of people sleeping there.
A lot of people sleeping there.
all right. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fall off the plane.
Skydiving.
We gotta make it a little bit realistic.
Yeah. All right. So this level takes place atop. It takes place atop a plane, and just like before, I'm dying on purpose to get to the top edge of the screen.
Something to note about this stage that'll be more prominent later, and you'll understand when it actually happens, but everything in this stage has a hitbox. I'll let Kay explain that a little bit more when the time comes, but...
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, what a hitbox is it's an area of the enemy that takes damage when hit by a shot, and it's the area of the enemy that will damage you if you touch it. So the more hitboxes the game has to load, the more it tends to lag. So I've reached the end of this plane. So what are we gonna do now? But wait, just wait. There's another plane, and I'm going to go from wing to wing. The danger.
It's tough life being a Contra.
So,
oh, go ahead.
when I mean everything has a hitbox, those clouds that are flying by, they have their own hitbox.
Yeah, if you pay really close attention, you can see like a square flicker in the cloud. All right.
No, see, they don't have a hurt box to hurt you, and you can't shoot them, but they definitely have
Thank
hitboxes.
goodness I got through that part. Yeah.
That room that he just went through is potentially the hardest section of the game. That
Yeah,
one little
it's
room.
really tough. So I said earlier that if I got game over on this stage, that I would mercy kill the run myself, because I should hopefully still hit the estimate even with that game over earlier. Kind of a reminder to not take speedrunning too serious, because this game is a bit of a joke.
What?
And by joke, I mean it's a joke not to take this game seriously.
Oh, good.
So bullets are faster than missiles. Also, I would hate to have to be the guy that has to like stand on top of the A-10 Warthog to guard it in case anyone boards. Particularly because the pilot is predisposed to fly it very close to other planes. Yeah, I don't want to kill too many missiles because they have a certain pattern, and if you mess it up, they can fire just as you're trying to board the next one.
Oh.
That was clutch.
We do that.
Super strats.
What? There was supposed to be a guy there.
Yeah, so the
don't-
last play there's supposed to be one.
I don't they're supposed to, and the other thing is like the game can respawn enemies, so it's kind of like Mario 2. Like if you kill the enemies, come back, they're back. So I don't know, whatever.
So I don't know if we mentioned this before, but this game is a U.S. exclusive release. It was never released in Japan, even though it was originally developed for release in Japan as a not Contra game.
In all seriousness, it's probably because they knew how bad it was and they just wanted to cash in on a name.
All right, so this boss's hitbox is really interesting. So I know in some games, like, you can shoot at the foot of a boss and it counts. In this boss's case, I'm shooting somewhere below his foot. Yeah.
Oh, look at you next time, Gadget.
That's quite some grenade. What's that?
Where was your donations to go?
Shirtless or low percent?
Low percent or shirtless?
Here, I'll.
This is the best place
let me
to
let me
relax.
tell you what they're at. Low percent for Contra is 500 out of 1500. Shirtless percent is 631 out of 1500, and fire percent is 1498 out of 3000.
Should we do 90% or 5?
If fire gets met, we can do fire percent.
Okay, I guess fire then. I guess while I've got one last stage to rant. So,
Die hard.
the game actually has weapons that you can equip. Only the first weapon that Burns, no. So Burns has a hand grenade, and the funny thing about the hand grenade is that the explosion of the hand grenade does not damage enemies, but getting hit by the grenade does. So, which kind of makes you wonder, like, why did he pull the pin out then? Also, it's slightly faster to jump like this. So Beans has like this timed mine or whatever, and he hunches over, and the explosions go all over the place and don't really damage very well. And you can't like unequip it until you pick up another item box. It's weird. So I'm gonna try to manipulate this guy. Positioning is a little tight on this one.
Can't hit him. He's moving too fast.
Just like everything else in this game.
All right. Yes.
Go on after us.
All right. I don't want to know the time. Just tell me if we went over estimate.
Yeah, he just finished. Time. But
not go over estimate.
Yes.
you're still allowed in the
I'll get this
marathon.
one. This situation has ended with several things left unsolved. The head fox is still missing. Burns is feeling that a suspicious figure is lurking behind him. But there is no doubt he will be devoted to fighting, which is why we can call it Burns' destiny.
You said this was only released in America, so it's not even just a bad translation, it's just poorly written.
It was written that way. It was written that way.
And that is why it is the last game in the Awful Games done.
How can you top that pose?
So I wanted to mention about the lag in the game. So we saw a little bit earlier in the marathon a tool-assisted speedrun where you try to do everything perfect. Doing everything perfect, playing frame by frame, a quarter of the speedrun is lag. Probably a third of my speedrun, so if I took like 15 minutes, 5 minutes would be lag.
One thing I'd like to see is that in the credits, it only says their last name, not their first, as if they wanted to avoid being connected to this.
Yeah. Let's just use the top one. It's so much easier.
We have a $50 donation from Anonymous.
Yeah, okay.
Hey guys, enjoying the great Awful Games done quick block? Shout out to Waffles. We have a $25 donation from B.